Good morning. Welcome to Morning Special. 여러분 안녕하세요. 10월 8일 화요일 최수진의 Morning Special입니다. In just a brief period of time, almost suddenly, instead of waiting for the postman carrying a sealed envelope, we now wait for a number in a chat room to disappear. Yes, there was even a time our biggest concern was to check whether we paid the right amount for stamps. But now all we need are 3 or more Wi-Fi bars to send any message at all. 서울시가 요금제에 따른 데이터 이용 편차를 줄이기 위해서 2022년까지 서울 전 지역에 스마트 서울 네트워크 S넷을 구축합니다. 앞으로는 어디서나 와이파이를 무료로 쓸 수 있도록 공공 와이파이망을 구축한다는 뜻인데요. 이렇게 되면은 공공 와이파이는 기존 주요 거리와 지하철 등 인구 밀집 지역에 더해 복지시설, 커뮤니티 공간, 마을버스 등으로 확대돼서 와이파이 소외 없는 서울을 만든다고 하네요. Well, it might be difficult to grasp, but as technology becomes more rooted in every aspect of daily life, fiction blurs with reality and being interconnected with others suddenly becomes the new rule of thumb. And with that in mind, I'm going to give you today's first quiz question. Here it is. When you are available over the internet, you are said to be blank. 1번, online. 2번, divine. 3번, drinking wine. 오늘도 청취자 여러분의 많은 참여 기다리고 있겠습니다. 퀴즈 정답 보내주신 분들 중에 총 5분께 추첨을 통해서 떡볶이 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045로 보내주시고요. 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. 여러분의 소식과 소감 그리고 방송 중 궁금한 질문 있으시면 보내주세요. Alright then, let's kick off today's show with today's global headlines. 세계 각국 언론사들의 어떤 헤드라인이 올라왔는지 살펴보는 시간입니다. Touch Global Headlines.
A North Korean fishing boat has reportedly collided with a Japanese patrol ship.
어제 북한 어선과 일본 정부의 어업 단속선이 동해상에서 충돌했습니다.
Turkey's President Tayyip Erdogan has announced that a military operation in northern Syria could begin at any moment.
에르도안 터키 대통령이 시리아 군사작전은 언제든 개시할 수 있다고 밝혔습니다.
A group of Republican members of Congress in the United States have allegedly expressed their concerns regarding President Trump's actions towards Ukraine.
도널드 트럼프 미국 대통령의 우크라이나 의혹과 관련해 일부 공화당 의원들도 비판의 목소리를 내고 있습니다.
The ongoing protests in Hong Kong have prompted many citizens to seek residency in other countries.
홍콩의 송환법 반대 시위가 장기화하면서 홍콩인의 이민이 크게 늘고 있습니다.
Korea's longest tourist-type monorail train service, known as the Wolmi Sea Train, kicks off in Incheon today.
인천 월미도를 일주하는 국내 최장 도심형 관광 모노레일 월미 바다 열차가 오늘부터 운행을 시작합니다. And for more on these stories is Steve. He's in the studio with me right now. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you.
How are you today?
I'm all right. Nicer weather this morning than yesterday,
Definitely, yeah. You know what's even nicer than nice weather? It's free Wi-Fi. Yeah. And you're going to get free public Wi-Fi in all public spaces by 2022 in Seoul. Isn't that really cool?
Amazing, yeah. And it's so true. You know, you were talking in the opening about waiting if your internet connection is not great. Remember when 3G was the most amazing thing that ever happened to us?
I know.
And now it's the most frustrating thing that you have to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, if your internet connection is not good and you wait for a picture to send. You know, the way it is these days, we can't wait for anything.
I know.
We're so spoiled.
You know, when you were younger, you sent letters and waited for the postman to you know, bring one back.
Yeah.
You've had that experience, right?
Of course, yeah.
I used to have pen pals, you know, and even amongst people that lived like two blocks away from where I lived, I sent letters.
Nice.
Because it was, that was just the thing back then when I was maybe in high school.
It's not the thing anymore.
No.
Do you remember the days when you would connect to the internet at your home and you would hear this sound?
Yes.
Or if someone tried to call you at home, the line would be busy because someone's on the internet. Or, Steve, get off the phone. I want to use the internet. Boy, that seems like a long time ago now.
I know.
Huh?
Oh, look where we've come. I mean, we have computers in our palms and my goodness.
When the news of 5G came out, right, in the last few months, it was this huge thing at the Olympics. They were promoting it so much. When I learned about 5G, I heard about it for a half an hour and I was already bored. I was like, when's 6G coming?
I know.
It's the way it is these days,
It
huh?
is indeed. Well, speaking of remembering those days, 신지영님 writes in saying 아주 예전에 EBS 라디오에 라디오스를 읽을 수가 없습니다. I can't read this morning for some reason. 다시 한번요. 아주 예전에 EBS 라디오를 테이프에 녹음해서 돌려 들었던 기억이 나네요. Wow, yeah, I mean, lots of our listeners 22 years ago when Morning Special first aired, they probably recorded the show on their cassette tapes.
Yes, exactly.
And
That's what you would do on the radio too.
Yeah.
When a song played that you liked.
I did that when I was younger.
Like, oh no, I gotta record this. You
And they
click
would
the
always
button.
cut it at the end, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know about copyright or anything back then. I was like, no, don't cut it.
Do you remember when we wanted to watch a movie, you would have to go to the movie store
Oh, yeah.
and rent the videotape?
And sometimes it wouldn't be there. You'd just have to wait.
Exactly.
Oh, my
And then
goodness.
if you rented it, you would make the mistake of forgetting to take it back.
I know.
So you'd have to pay the late charge.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Remember Blockbuster Video? Do you have
Yeah. In England.
You have
a
it too?
huge chain. Blockbuster.
Does it still exist in England?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a while.
In America, I think there's only one or two stores remaining. It's gone now.
뭐 이런저런 과거 얘기를 하다 보니까 카세트 테이프부터 이제 비디오 테이프까지 많은 얘기가 나왔는데요. 2022년까지 서울의 모든 공공지역에 와이파이가 무료로 된다고 합니다. We are living in the future, Steve.
We are.
All right.
What's it going to be like in 50 years?
Oh, I don't know. I just want to be alive. Okay. Let's go over the headlines.
Headline number one, a North Korean fishing boat has reportedly collided with a Japanese patrol ship.
어제 북한 어선과 일본 정부의 어업 단속선이 동해상에서 충돌했습니다.
So this collision took place at around 9 a.m. in waters that are around 350 kilometers northwest of the Noto Peninsula in Ishikawa Prefecture. The Japanese Fisheries Agency, they reported later saying that the fishing boat was operating illegally inside Japan's exclusive economic zone, or EEZ. The Japanese side was chasing the North Korean boat away. That's when the collision happened.
Yeah, but we are getting conflicting reports.
Right.
North Korea hasn't actually responded, but Japan says North Korea deliberately collided with Japan.
Yeah, and this is what I said was according to the Japanese side.
Yeah.
The good news is that all of the roughly 60 crew on board have been rescued.
네. 일본 측의 주장에 따르면은 이제 북한이 고의적으로 충돌을 했다라고 합니다. 북한은 아직 어떤 응답을 하지 않는 상태고요. 하지만 다행히 이제 60여 명 전원이 구조가 됐다고 해요. Now this was in an area that is a really popular site for fishery boats because they say there's plenty of fish there, lots of marine life. And North Korea apparently likes to go and fish there, but Japan sees it as their own exclusive zone.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not uncommon to find North Korean fishing boats there. That area is under joint control of Korea and Japan, as a matter of fact. But as I mentioned, the good news is that everyone was rescued, and I believe the rescued crew members were handed over to a number of North Korean ships that were in the area.
이제 황금어장이라는 별명이 붙여진 대화퇴라는 이제 지역입니다. 그 동해상의 북동쪽 정도에 있는데요. 거기서 이렇게 충돌이 일어났고, 한때는 이제 전복이 됐었지만 침몰됐던 모든 선원들이 구조가 됐습니다. This may, however, affect Japan-North Korea ties in the future because although people were rescued, it was a collision nonetheless.
Right.
And there are talks going on between North Korea and Japan. Japan believes that there are Japanese citizens still detained in North Korea. They want them back. North Korea has always denied that, although they are using lots of things as leverage. And they're saying, if we do have some of your Japanese citizens, we will return them on the condition of, and we'll have to see how those talks go.
So this scenario may not help that scenario.
That might not help at all. 네. We'll actually leave that story there and we'll go on to another dispute of sorts.
This is big news. This morning, Turkey's President Tayyip Erdogan has announced that a military operation in northern Syria could begin at any moment.
에르도안 터키 대통령이 시리아 군사작전은 언제든 개시할 수 있다고 밝혔습니다.
So this was kind of a shocking announcement, and it came late Sunday night that the White House said that the United States forces in northern Syria would move aside. They're going to be leaving in advance of a planned Turkish military offensive.
지금 이제 두 가지 얘기를 해주셨는데요. 터키 대통령은 이제 시리아 군사작전은 언제든 개시할 수 있다라고 해서 터키가 그러니까 더 구체적으로 말하자면은 이제 쿠르드족을 공격할 수 있다라는 얘기를 한 것이고 그동안에 쿠르드족을 IS로부터 보호했던 미국은 철수한다고 밝혔어요. But doesn't that leave the Kurds helpless, defenseless?
Well, that's what critics are saying is that the United States was there working alongside the same forces that they are now, and I saw the word abandoned used in certain articles. Let's talk about the region itself. There's more than 1,000 U.S. troops in northeastern Syria at the moment, but they won't be there anymore. And this is a really densely populated area, too. 1.7 million people live there in that area, and the United Nations currently delivers aid to 700,000 of those people. Let's talk about Turkey's goal in all of this, or at least what they said. So there are 3.6 million Syrian refugees in Turkey. That's the highest number in the world. And that's become a source of tension for Turkey.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that the media is thinking that they want those refugees to be returned to Syria. So what Turkey is planning is a safe zone. They're calling it a safe zone, and that will allow northern Syria to take back up to 2 million refugees. And not only that, but it would be eliminating tourist elements in the area as well. So the reasoning for Turkey is twofold.
그 지리적으로 봤을 때는 터키가 북쪽에 있고요. 시리아가 남쪽에 있습니다. 근데 그 국경 지역에 보면은 그동안에 지금 여러 해 동안 그 쿠르드족이 이제 배치가 돼 있는데 터키에서는 이들을 전부 테러리스트로 봅니다. 그렇지만 이제 시리아 반군이죠. 쿠르드족은 아니다라고 주장을 해왔고 미국의 보호하에 IS와 배치되는 그런 관계를 유지해 왔어요. 그런데 이번에 미국이 철수하고 터키는 언제든지 공격을 할 준비가 됐다라고 말을 함으로 인해서 이 쿠르드족, 그러니까 전부 테러리스트라고 보는 이 사람들에 대한 공격이 곧 재개될 것이다라는 얘기가 나오고 있거든요. We might see an attack very, very soon.
Yeah, Turkey has said they are going to wait a week. It's meant to be a week before America fully removes their troops from that area. And Turkey has said they will wait because they don't want any accidents. But after a week is when we really don't know what is going to happen. This potentially could be very dangerous. And it's interesting because this is a major shift in U.S. foreign policy. And when
it's an about-face, really.
Trump is being criticized by members of his own party even, and Democrats too. They don't really understand the move here because America was there.
Like a buffer, really.
Yeah, they call it a tripwire to stop Turkey from attacking, right?
그러니까 터키가 시리아에 있는 이 쿠르드족을 공격하는 것으로부터 이제 미국이 일종의 버퍼 역할을 해왔는데 미국이 철수한다고 했으니까요. 이제 앞으로는 뭐 한 일주일 내로 공격이 일어날 가능성이 높다 이렇게 보시는 거죠. But this announcement by Trump came quite suddenly. It wasn't planned or anything.
Everybody's kind of in shock by this. And then he also followed that up with a statement. He said things that, we're going to step aside. And I think it's all part of Trump's initiative to return troops to America in wars that they don't want to be fighting.
Right.
But after he did this and he received criticism, there was kind of an about face, and he tweeted something along the lines of, well, if Turkey does something that we deem inappropriate, I'll ruin their economy. I've done it before.
Ooh.
There was a tweet, something along those lines.
Okay.
So they are removing their forces, and now we have to wait and see what Turkey is going to do. Syria has responded by saying that they will take military action if necessary.
네, 시리아에서도 그렇게 되면은 우리도 반격을 할 수밖에 없다 얘기를 했고요. 미국 내에서는 트럼프의 지지당인 공화당에서조차 왜 이렇게 갑자기 터키 내에서, 시리아 내에서 미군 철수를 하는지 모르겠다라는 입장들이 있다고 합니다. It's not the overriding opinion, but we are seeing those voices come out of the US. And talking of the US...
Headline number 3, a group of Republican members of Congress in the United States have allegedly expressed their concerns regarding President Trump's actions towards Ukraine.
네, 도널드 트럼프 미국 대통령의 우크라이나 의혹과 관련해서는 이제 일부 공화당 의원들도 비판의 목소리를 내고 있습니다.
So there's a Democratic congressman in America by the name of Brendan Boyle, and he said last Saturday evening that, quote-unquote, at least 24 of his Republican colleagues in the House of Representatives are deeply concerned, again, that's a quote, deeply concerned about President Trump's actions towards Ukraine, although most have not criticized the president publicly. He says that, a lot of people in the Republican Party will not publicly criticize President Trump because they could face a Republican primary challenger, and if they come out openly criticizing the president, that might hurt their political future.
네, 지금 현재 미국 대통령이 이 우크라이나 스캔들로 인해서 탄핵 조사를 받는 중이죠. 여러 단계가 있기 때문에 지금은 하원에서 조사를 하고 있지만 나중에는 이제 상원에서도 탄핵 진행 여부가 판결이 날 텐데 이것에 대해서 지금 공화당 내에서도 좀 분열이 일어나고 있는 것 같습니다. Back in 2012, one of the presidential hopefuls from the Republican Party was Mitt Romney. He has said outright it was very wrong of the president to have asked for another country's help when it comes to the U.S. and its own issues. You go to the court for that in the U.S.
Yeah. Mitt Romney, you mentioned, he's from Utah. Ben Sasse of Nebraska. Susan Collins from Maine, and others. They've been really vocal in their criticism of Trump's efforts to ask for foreign governments' assistance to dig up dirt on political rivals. And when we say asking for foreign assistance, President Trump is being public about it.
Right. 자, 클립이 있는데요. 한번 들어보도록 하겠습니다.
Well, I would think that if they were honest about it, they'd start a major investigation into the Bidens. It's a very simple answer. They should investigate the Bidens, because how does a company that's newly formed, and all these companies, if you look at, and by the way, likewise, China should start an investigation into the Bidens, because what happened in China is just about as bad as what happened with Ukraine. So I would say that President Zelensky, if it were me, I would recommend that they start an investigation into the Bidens.
자, 이 내용을 간단하게 요약해드리자면은 기자가요, 우크라이나 스캔들에 대해서 한마디 해주세요 라는 얘기를 했어요. 의혹이 있는데 이것에 대해서 한마디 해라. 그러면 보통은 이제 사실이 아니다 라든지 이런 반응을 보이겠죠. 근데 나는 바이든 부자를 조사하는 것이 정당하다고 생각한다. 우크라이나뿐만 아니라 중국도 조사를 해야 된다고 생각한다. 이런 얘기를 했어요. This was a shocking interview.
Yeah.
It's like I'm a bit speechless.
He's not trying to
hide anything. No. He's saying it's not only right, but China should investigate as well.
This is what Mitt Romney said. When the only American citizen President Trump singles out for China's investigation is his political opponent in the midst of the Democratic nomination process, it strains credulity to suggest that anything other than it being politically motivated. He said it's wrong, it's appalling. And Senator Susan Collins of Maine, we mentioned her name just a moment ago, she was talking to the Bangor Daily News and she said this is completely inappropriate.
그렇게 이제 일부 공화당 의원들이 트럼프의 언행에 대해서라든지 그런 행동에 대해서 잘못됐다라는 지적을 하고 있는 것은 그래서 사실입니다. 하지만 이제 아마 이제 공화당 상원 의원들이 나중에 가서 이 탄핵을 진행할지 여부를 그게 이제 투표에 붙여질 때는 아마 통과하기 어려울 것이다라는 관측도 있습니다. They are saying, however, it is still going to be very hard for the impeachment to happen.
Because of the votes needed to get that
absolutely.
done. Yeah.
Let's go on to our next story.
The ongoing protests in Hong Kong have prompted many citizens to seek residency in other countries.
홍콩의 송환법 반대 시위가 장기화하면서 홍콩인의 이민이 크게 늘고 있습니다. Where are they going?
This is quite interesting. Well, first of all, let's talk about this fun little factoid. Did you know that there are 179,000 millionaires in Hong Kong?
I did not know that.
That is according to Credit Suisse. And now, wealthy Hong Kong citizens, they are looking for new passports. And they suggest that part of the reason for this, or a main reason for this, could be of the ongoing protest in Hong Kong.
The last time we saw a mass exodus of people leaving Hong Kong was in 1997. And this time around, you know, we're seeing a similar thing happening in Hong Kong. Where are they going, though?
Well, they call these golden visa schemes. So a lot of migration firms have said that there's been a spike in interests from Hong Kong citizens looking for passports to other countries. Antigua and Barbuda is one. Portugal is another big one. Ireland is another popular one. Malta is another one. So what you do if you want this golden visa, as they call it, or a passport, is you invest money into that country in property or development projects. So, for example, if you want a passport from Antigua and Barbuda, it's going to cost you about 2 million euros, I think. Or, sorry, $100,000 for Antigua and Barbuda. 2 million euros is the investment number for Cyprus.
네. 여러 나라로 이민을 가고 있는데 그중에서도 이제 아일랜드 같은 경우에는 홍콩에 백만장자들이 많이 가고 있다. 한 100명 이상이 지금 아일랜드로의 이민을 신청을 했다고 하는데요. 거기서는 우리 돈으로 한 13억 원을 투자를 하면 영주권을 받을 수 있다고 합니다. 대만으로도 많이 이민을 하는데 아무래도 같은 중화권이니까 언어가 잘 통하겠죠. 그리고 그다음에 포르투갈은 이제 홍콩 바로 옆에 있는 마카오와의 그 관계 때문에 사실 마카오 시민들은 홍콩 시민권을 얻기가 비교적 쉽다고 하는데 홍콩에는 마카오에 친인척이 있는 사람들이 굉장히 많다고 해요. 그래서 이런 연결고리를 통해서 포르투갈의 시민권을 얻으려고 한다고 합니다. 또 미국도 많이 가고 있죠.
Yeah,
America
that's
as
right.
well.
That's right. Yeah, and it's not a huge amount of passports that we're talking about here. For example, the number for Ireland, the applications for Ireland have been about 30 since the protests began.
Right,
so,
right.
But they still are seeing an increase that they call fourfold. So 4 times as many as they normally see.
All right. And let's check our final headline.
This is fun. Korea's longest tourist-type monorail train service, known as the Wolmi Sea Train, kicks off in Incheon today.
네, 인천 월미도를 일주하는 국내 최장 도심형 관광 모노레일 월미 바다 열차가 오늘부터 운행을 시작합니다.
Yeah, so it's going to be at 4 p.m. today. There will be an opening ceremony. The mayor will be there. Other important officials and citizens. The Wolmi Sea Train, as it's called, it is a 2-car monorail train. Did you see
It's really cute.
It is. It looks like a little toy almost,
We have a
doesn't it?
video on our 보이는 라디오 right now, which you can check.
The reporter is riding in the monorail.
Look at that.
Anyway, it's 2 cars, and it's going to run a 6.1 kilometer course over 4 sections. That's in Incheon Station, the entrance to Wolmi Park, Culture Street, and the Immigration Museum. 46 passengers can take it at one time, and they are expecting 950,000 passengers a year.
네, 월미 공원 입구, 또 문화의 거리, 그 다음에는 이민사 박물관 등 이제 4개 역을 지나고요. 한 6km 구간인데 35분이 걸린다고 합니다. You can actually get a discount till the end of the year, so it'd be great to go and check it out.
Yeah, nice. So the fare is going to be 8,000 won for adults, 5,000 won per children, and if you want to take it, you can take it 6 days a week, except for Monday,
Yep.
and it will operate from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. or 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. depending on the day.
Exactly. Exactly. And that fare will go down to 6,000 won for adults and 4,000 won for children until the end of this year.
I want to try that out.
Yeah.
Be
All
fun,
right. Yes, absolutely. Well, those were our headlines. Let's remind our listeners of the quiz.
Quiz question on this Tuesday morning. When you are available over the internet, you are said to be number 1, online, number 2, divine, or number 3, drinking wine.
네, 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045 또는 무료 반디 게시판 그리고 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. 추첨을 통해서 총 5분께 떡볶이 세트 보내드릴게요. When we come back, we'll take a look at your messages and news focus. Here's a song to match our last headline. It's Train with Hey Soul Sister. You're listening to Morning Special. It's a Tuesday. It's also the 8th day of October. 김보정 님이요. 오늘 날씨 좋아요. 쌤들 의상도 포근하게 느껴집니다. 서울시의 와이파이가 빵빵 터질 거라는 반가운 소식도 감사해요. 오늘도 모스와 함께 출발하셨습니다. So this is going to be phased or gradually expanded until 2022. So it's not immediate.
The free Wi-Fi
The
everywhere?
free Wi-Fi, yeah.
And buses too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Everywhere.
Every public space, So within the next, how many years is that? 2?
Here we go with the math again. 3.
3 years.
2 and a bit. I used the word spoiled before, how spoiled we are.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful.
It's great, isn't it?
It's really wonderful, but we take it for granted.
I know.
We don't realize it until we go to a place that doesn't have that powerful
맞아요.
Wi-Fi connection, right?
다른 나라 가면은 이렇게 와이파이 연결 잘 된 곳이 없습니다. 정말 전 세계적으로. 그래서 역시 한국이야, 역시 서울이야라는 생각을 많이 하게 되는데요. 2020년부터는 이제 서울의 모든 공공지역에서 또 버스 뭐 다 포함해서 와이파이를 무료로 사용할 수 있게 됩니다. 김경희님, 서울 가면은 버스나 지하철에서 와이파이 돼서 좋았는데 기쁜 소식이에요. 외국인들도 많이 여행할 듯 합니다.
Yeah, that's what people say, right?
Yeah.
When they come here.
Are they amazed?
Yeah, because it's just something that doesn't exist, at least where I'm from. I mean, of course, we have the internet.
Yeah, but I mean on the subway, on the bus.
Yeah. The everywhere thing?
Everywhere,
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely not. Yeah. People, when they ask expats here or people who are traveling, what do you like? What's one of the things you like about Seoul or one of the things you like about Korea? They always mention the Wi-Fi,
Yeah,
right?
that's great.
Yeah.
우명호 님이요. 어제는 비가 부슬부슬 내리더니 오늘은 아이들이 학교 운동회 한다고 그러는지 날씨도 쨍하니 좋네요. 운동회 준비한다고 7시 조금 넘어서 나갔는데 즐거운 하루 보냈으면 좋겠습니다. 우리도 내일 휴일 고대하며 멋진 하루 보냅시다 하셨어요.
Do you know how long it took me? So I live in the Icheon area of Seoul.
Yeah.
And we are out here in Ilsan at Kintex, right? Coming here in the morning takes 25 minutes.
Yeah,
Yesterday, because of the rain,
a bit more.
1 hour, 50 minutes.
What? Almost 2 hours?
Almost 2 hours going home. It's crazy traffic yesterday.
But you got here early, so had you known that traffic was going to be that bad?
What do you mean? No, I meant going home from the show.
Going home? I thought you
Yeah.
meant it took 2 hours
No,
getting here.
Going back home because of the rain, and it's everybody's time
That's
to
insane.
go to work too, right?
아, 정말요.
I listen to a lot of podcasts.
네, 비가 오면 정말 운전하는 입장에서는 참 힘듭니다. 그런데 오늘은 날씨가 많이
Looks
좋아졌어요.
nice, yeah.
It is, yeah. And the kids of this listener have their sports day, so they left their home at 7 in the morning to get ready for the whole event.
Such a fun day.
Yeah. Were you a bit of a sporty guy when you were younger?
Sure, yeah. I mean, hockey, ice hockey,
Oh, yeah.
golf, baseball,
Ooh.
curling.
Oh, wow.
Lots of things.
Curling.
Yeah. Our longtime listeners would know about my curling history, I think.
see.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's
interesting.
a fun game. Have you ever tried before?
I've never tried it. I know what it is, obviously. I think
And
the whole nation does now.
I love, because of the success of the Garlic Girls at the Olympics, I love the fact that Korea and curling, now the sport will be more and more popular in the country.
Yeah.
I hope, this is my dream, is that there will be more venues available for both young people and office workers too. I mean, going to a
Yeah.
curling club for a hueshik instead of going out drinking or something is a wonderful alternative. So hopefully more curling clubs in the future. I hope.
Sounds like the direction we're headed.
Hope so.
Yeah. All right. Well, keep those messages coming in. We have prizes to give out in the first hour. 떡볶이 세트 총 5분께 추첨을 통해서 보내드리겠습니다. 알려드리겠습니다. Let's look at our first news focus story, and it's about the Nobel Prizes. 올해의 노벨상 수상자가 어제부터 발표되고 있는데요. 노벨 생리의학상은 미국 하버드대 의대의 윌리엄 케일링 교수와 영국의 의사이자 분자 생물학자인 피터 래드클리프 경, 또 미국 존 홉킨스대 그레그 세멘자 교수 등 3명에게 돌아갔습니다. 산소 농도에 따른 세포의 적응 기전을 밝혀낸 공로를 높이 인정한 건데요. 이제 세계의 관심은 스웨덴의 10대 환경운동가 그레타 툰베리가 최연소 노벨 평화상 수상의 영예를 안을지에 쏠리고 있습니다. Let's listen to the story.
Teenage activist Greta Thunberg, U.S. President Donald Trump, or perhaps someone else. Curiosity has reached its peak as the world patiently awaits the announcement of the Nobel Peace Prize for 2019. The youthful Swede bolstered her profile last month, stepping onto the global stage at the UN to berate world leaders, and is considered a Peace Prize favorite this year. And U.S. President Donald Trump has done his part too to kindle intrigue about the coveted prize. Nobel fame this year comes with a 9 million kroner or more than 1 billion won cash award, a gold medal, and a diploma. The laureates get them at elegant ceremonies in Stockholm and Oslo on December 10th, the anniversary of Nobel's death in 1896.
네, 어제는 노벨 생리의학상 수상자가 발표가 됐고요. 이제 순차적으로 발표가 이어질 텐데 특히 사람들이 많이 관심을 갖는 게 현지 시간 11일 금요일 날 발표될 평화상의 수상자가 누가 될까 이겁니다. 그레타 툰버그, 영어로는 이제 툰버그라고 하지만
툰베리.
현지 언어로는 그레타 본인이 그레타 툰베르 뭐 이런 식으로 얘기를 하더라고요. 약간 프렌치 발음이랑 비슷한 발음인데 그래서 우리는 한국에서 그냥 툰베리 이렇게 얘기를 합니다. Okay, so she could be the winner. President Trump could be the winner. Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
They don't release the list of nominees.
No, they don't.
Right? So it's
big secret.
complete intrigue. Nobody has a clue, right? So it could be Greta Thunberg. It could be President Trump. It could be someone that we don't even realize has a chance to win. Curiosity has reached its peak. So peak, think about the top of a mountain, right? And the top of the mountain we call the peak.
Yep.
And this is a figurative meaning. To reach something's peak means to reach its maximum. So when we're talking about curiosity, it means that people's curiosity is at 100%.
그렇죠. 최고조에 달했다 이런 뜻이에요. 호기심이 최고조에 달했다. 그러니까 사람들이 많이 궁금해한다는 뜻이고요. Now it says here that the youthful Swede. Oh, I must correct. It's not Norway that she's from, but she's from Sweden. Sorry about that. She stepped into the global stage at the UN, and that was to berate world leaders.
Right. So when you berate someone, and hopefully you don't do this very often, if ever, it means that you are criticizing them very, very heavily. It implies anger.
Yep.
Right? So sometimes at a company, at an office, we've seen scandals, the videos of, managers at offices berating employees.
Yep.
They're just standing in front of them, screaming at them, yelling at them, sometimes being physical with them. That's berating someone. And Greta Thunberg, she was standing on the stage saying, "How dare you?" Right? She was
맞아요.
berating these world leaders.
질책하다라는 의미의 berate가 여기서 쓰였습니다. 정치 지도자들과 기성세대에 어떻게 환경이 지경이 될 때까지 놔둘 수가 있습니까? 라고 하면서 질책을 했다. And all in all, President Trump, he has done his part.
Yes, thanks to him.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's saying that he has a chance to win, I guess. And this has kindled intrigue about the coveted prize. So, to kindle... When we want to start a fire, I don't know if any of our...
campfire.
Yeah, like a campfire. I don't know if any of our listeners enjoy camping. But what you need to do to build that fire, you need little tiny pieces of wood,
Yeah.
right? And we call those little tiny pieces kindling. And the kindling helps to spark the fire. It helps to create the fire. So to kindle something means to create or spark or bring about. And intrigue is interest. So President Trump, he's talking about maybe he could win the Nobel Peace Prize as well. That has created interest. It has kindled intrigue.
네, kindle 뭐뭐뭐 그러면은 불을 시작하다라는 뜻이 있어요. 그러니까 뭔가를 시작하는 건데 뒤에 나온 intrigue는 사람들의 호기심이나 관심을 뜻합니다. 트럼프 대통령이 나도 평화상을 받을 자격이 있다라고 하면서 혹시 후보인가? 라는 그런 호기심이 사람들이 많이 생겼고요. And this comes with a huge prize.
9 million kroner or more than 1 billion won. That's not too bad, is it?
That's great.
Yeah, comes with means accompanied by.
맞아요. 한 10억 원 상당의 또 상금이 있습니다. Let's listen to the story one more time.
Teenage activist Greta Thunberg, U.S. President Donald Trump, or perhaps someone else. Curiosity has reached its peak as the world patiently awaits the announcement of the Nobel Peace Prize for 2019. The youthful Swede bolstered her profile last month, stepping onto the global stage at the UN to berate world leaders, and is considered a Peace Prize favorite this year. And U.S. President Donald Trump has done his part too to kindle intrigue about the coveted prize. Nobel fame this year comes with a 9 million kroner or more than 1 billion won cash award, a gold medal, and a diploma. The laureates get them at elegant ceremonies in Stockholm and Oslo on December 10th, the anniversary of Nobel's death in 1896.
자, 두 번째 뉴스 포커스입니다. 올해 95세인 지미 카터 전 미국 대통령이 낙상으로 눈 주위에 14바늘을 꿰매는 상처를 입고도 빈곤층 주거 문제 해결을 위한 사랑의 집짓기 행사에 참석해서 화제가 되고 있습니다. Let's listen to the story.
Former President Jimmy Carter suffered a fall at his home in Plains Sunday, but it didn't keep him from attending the kickoff to a Habitat for Humanity project Sunday night in Nashville. The Carters are set to help build 21 homes in the Habitat-developed neighborhood of Park Preserve in North Nashville over the course of the week. It will be the 36th consecutive year the Carters have joined a Habitat build. The couple has helped build more than 4,300 homes in 14 countries since 1984. The Georgia native celebrated his 95th birthday last week.
네, 지미 카터 대통령이 현재 이제 살아있는 가장 오래 살아있는 대통령이죠.
I didn't realize that. You mentioned that to me before the show. The oldest living U.S. president.
네, 현존하는 가장 오래 사는 미국 대통령이죠. He's 95. He got an injury of some sorts. He fell over.
Yeah, he fell over. He hit his head on a sharp corner, a sharp edge, I think. But the point is, at 95 years old, he still went out.
On that same day.
Yeah. It didn't stop him, I mean, even a 25-year-old, if you suffer an injury, might stay. I often hear this expression related to events or even shows. Each morning, you could say, "All right, so let's kick off the show with the headlines." And actually, maybe you do say that.
뭔가 시작할 때 kick something off 아니면 kick off something이라는 표현을 쓸 수 있고요. 아니면 명사로도 그냥 kick off 그러면 뭔가의 시작이라는 뜻이 되겠습니다. He's been taking part in this for over 30 years. He's a Georgia native.
Right. So to be native of somewhere means to be from that place.
Yes.
So
Where are you a native of?
I am a Canada native. More specifically, I am a Nova Scotia native. More specifically, I am a Tatamagouche native. And more specifically, I don't remember the name of the street where I was born.
Right. That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
무슨 native 그러면은 어디 출신이다라는 뜻이죠. Okay, let's listen to that story one more time.
Former President Jimmy Carter suffered a fall at his home in Plains Sunday, but it didn't keep him from attending the kickoff to a Habitat for Humanity project Sunday night in Nashville. The Carters are set to help build 21 homes in the Habitat-developed neighborhood of Park Preserve in North Nashville over the course of the week. It will be the 36th consecutive year the Carters have joined a Habitat build. The couple has helped build more than 4,300 homes in 14 countries since 1984. The Georgia native celebrated his 95th birthday last week.
All right, what's the quiz?
Quiz question today. When you are available over the internet, you are said to be number 1, online, number 2, divine, number 3, drinking wine.
네, 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045고요. 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. 총 5분께 떡볶이 세트 보내드리겠습니다. 노래 듣고 와서 다음 뉴스 포커스 볼게요. This is Lenka, the show. 자, 다음 뉴스 포커스 살펴볼게요. 아프리카 돼지열병으로 몸살을 앓고 있는 중국에는 돼지고기 수급 부족을 해결하기 위한 대형 돼지가 등장했습니다. 중국 남부지방의 돼지 사육 농가에는 북극곰 크기의 500kg을 육박하는 돼지들을 키우고 있다는데요. Let's listen to the story.
Chinese Vice Premier Hu Chunhua warned that the country's pork supply situation could be extremely severe until the first half of 2020. With African swine fever decimating the nation's hog herd, prices of pork have soared to record levels, leading the government to urge farmers to boost production to temper inflation. As a result, larger farms are focusing on boosting heft by at least 14%, and now the average weight of pigs at some large-scale farms has climbed to as much as 140 kilograms compared to the normal size of about 110 kilograms.
It wasn't that long ago that we talked about the movie Okja.
Bong Joon-ho, right?
Bong Joon-ho, yeah. And this is like the Chinese version of that. A 500-kilogram pig. We have a picture on our Boynan Radio right now. It looks more like a horse.
Yeah, what did I read? The same size as an average adult male polar bear?
Oh my goodness, yeah, it's as big as a bear.
Huge.
Yeah, it is indeed. And that's because African swine fever is decimating the nation's pigs.
Yes, decimating is a word that means destroying, eliminating. It implies that I think it's done quickly. I think there's that implication.
Okay.
Right? So when we're talking about China and pigs, and you could say this about the Korean pig population, at least in those areas that were affected, right? Paju area and surrounding, that the pig populations were decimated there too. Eliminated rather quickly.
그렇죠. 그러니까 특정 지역에 있는 이 경우에는 돼지를 대량으로 죽이는 것, 그것을 이제 decimate 한다라고 합니다.
The reason people don't, or governments don't want you to bring insects into another country is because those insects could be detrimental to that country's ecosystem.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, a bug gets into a farmer's crops and eats all of those crops. The crops were decimated. Yeah.
네. Okay, and also an expression here is to temper inflation.
Right. So the idea behind this is the pork prices have really spiked here. They've gone up so high. And of course, with supply and demand, if the supply is small but the demand is big, that's going to raise the prices, right? That's going to inflate the prices of pork. The government is afraid that's going to happen because pork is so important to China.
Yeah.
And they want to temper that inflation. Temper is another word that means curb or control.
Right. 여기서의 이제 temper는 동사로서 뭔가를 이제 완만하게 하다, 완화시키다라는 뜻이 있습니다. And as a result, larger farms are focusing on boosting heft.
I had no idea. I had never heard of this word before until I read this article.
Yeah, because news articles
yeah.
use a lot of uncommon words.
That's right. This refers to the weight of the animal, right? So they're looking to increase the weight of the animal by 14%.
네, 여기서는 이제 무게라는 뜻으로 쓰였습니다. 그래서 보통 이제 돼지들이 한 뭐 100kg 정도가 된다라고 하면은 500kg 되는 돼지 한 5배나 무거운 게 되겠네요. All right, let's listen to this story one more time.
Chinese Vice Premier Hu Chunhua warned that the country's pork supply situation could be extremely severe until the first half of 2020. With African swine fever decimating the nation's hog herd, prices of pork have soared to record levels, leading the government to urge farmers to boost production to temper inflation. As a result, larger farms are focusing on boosting heft by at least 14%, and now the average weight of pigs at some large-scale farms has climbed to as much as 140 kilograms compared to the normal size of about 110 kilograms.
Okay, what's the answer to the quiz?
The quiz answer, when you are available over the internet, you are said to be number 1, online.
Alright. 1번이 정답이고요. 정답 맞춰주신 분들 5분 추첨했습니다. 유승빈님, 최옥주님, 윤두섭님, 끝번호 3051 쓰시는 분과 8786번 쓰시는 분 축하드립니다. 떡볶이 세트 보내드릴게요. Steve, what is today's expression?
Sue, you know what? I'm so sick and tired of you asking me for the question, about which vocabulary term I want to repeat. I come here, I work hard every morning, I try my best, and I'm tired of you.
Are you berating me?
Thank you. Some of our listeners are probably thinking has Steve just gone crazy? No. The word this morning is berate. And I just berated Sue. I yelled at her. I criticized her. I did it in front of other people, right? I was not nice. I was mean. I was yelling. All of those things. Berate.
네, 그렇죠. 질책하다라는 의미의 berate를 이렇게 몸소 보여주셨습니다. Hopefully that wasn't coming from your heart.
I quite like it when you ask me for my question or for the term of the day.
All right. Well, before we wrap up, we have a message from someone who said they visited your hometown.
My hometown?
황경희 님이요. 스티브 선생님, 저도 애들 데리고 타타마구시에
No way.
한 달 지내다 왔습니다. 1 month. I was there for a month.
In Tatamagouche for 1 month?
Yeah.
What?
And this person says, we were the only Asians in the village.
Oh yeah, there's no Asian people there. Yeah.
So everyone was so kind to us, and I really had a great time.
Wow.
I befriended all of the grandmas and grandpas, the people at the train station and the hotel, and we went boating and sailing. It was a lovely time.
Goodness me, I've never heard of anyone staying in Tatamagouche for 1 month. We have one main street. What did you do every day?
Is there a train hotel in Tatamagouche?
Yeah, actually, look at the image now. Paul, can we put that? Do we have time to put that up on the internet? Look at it
기차
there.
호텔에서 묵었다고
Yeah,
말씀하셨는데
there's a train museum, I think.
지금 스티브 선생님이 너무 충격을 받으신 게 우리 동네에 대로도 하나밖에 없다. 너무 작은 동네인데 이 동네에 왜, why 이렇게 왜 가셨냐 이렇게 얘기를 하셨네요.
That's unbelievable. 경희님, I have to leave the show for today right now. But if you don't mind, texting some photos of your trip, and maybe tomorrow morning, I could have a look at those.
Or go on over to the other station where Steve is going to be this afternoon and maybe text him in there.
Nice plug. Thanks for that. Yeah.
네, 그렇습니다. 황경희님 너무 반갑네요.
That makes me feel really nice. Thank you for sharing that information.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you, Steve.
Thank you. You have yourselves a great day.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Steve 선생님 보내드리면서 노래 듣고 오겠습니다. This is Jeff Burnett, Call You Mine. And when we come back in hour 2, we have, of course, Say What with our Power English team. And we have our music segment. And today, a special guest will be filling in for Punita. And this guest is someone who's actually been on the show many, many times before. He's a great friend of mine. I'm looking forward to seeing him. He's actually on the Power English team as well, so you might know who he is. 네, 조금 후에 2부에서는요. 파워 잉글리시 팀이 같이 읽어주는 다이얼로그 Say What과 더불어서 그 팀 멤버 중에 한 분이 우리 음악 코너를 오늘 대신 맡아주시는데요. 누군지 한번 맞춰보세요, 여러분. 음악 듣고 오겠습니다.